Hey trucked up guys and gals, today I'm going to show you one part of my rig that I'm using on my off-road trip, which I launch tomorrow. And this is an important one that I think everybody should have in their kit if you're going to do any kind of off-roading, any kind of backcountry roads. And that is a means of airing down and inflating your tires, so deflating and inflating. Why have something with you? Well, if you don't want to hold a key in the valve stem for incredibly long periods of time and then have one pump to then pump up each tire, like you're gonna burn through so much time, especially if you have to do this multiple times over a long trip. So today I'm going to introduce you to my kit, which is the Morflate inflator and deflator tire kit with the whole 4-point hose system. I'm going to show it all to you. This is not a sponsored video. However, I will point out that Morflate did send me the unit. I love the system and I'm going to be using it from now on in the field because it's just so easy to use. But keep that in mind. You'll see how how well this system works. And why do you want to have a system like that? Well, especially with an EV truck, you know, if you've got your tires at full PSI, it's going to be a rough ride, number one. So by deflating the tires, airing them down, you're actually creating kind of an additional suspension system because you're getting more cushion now. You're getting a little bit more travel with that, creating a bit more sponginess, I guess you could say, with the tires by lowering the PSI. Also, you're creating a better tread footprint. So you're creating more surface area for the tire to grab as you go down and conform to the landscape. So you're getting even better control and grip from your tires. And on top of that, there's a beautiful video that I'm going to show you that is put out by another YouTuber. He just shows airing down at each point with his tires and what happens as he's just trying to drive over a big block of wood with his tires and how it keeps kicking it away until he gets to a certain PSI and then it just rolls right over it. And that's what you want when you're doing some off-road trips. I'm going to get out there, I'm going to demonstrate what we can do with this system and get totally trucked up. All right, so we're up here on the top of a forestry service road and we're going to be just airing down the tires down to about 20 PSI. So first, the kit. We're gonna just use this. We don't need any power to do it. It's all right here inside this kit. I'm gonna show that to you right away. And this is our the Morflate compressor itself, the 10.6 Pro, and that is quite a unit. And we're gonna show you that once we get everything aired down. We go for a little drive, then we're gonna fill them right back up with this little baby right here. The one thing you wanna have with an electric truck, and I'm just gonna point this out with any EV, is that you're running this off the 12 volt. So you're not hooking it up. You can do a converter with an EV, which is nice. You have two options. You could get a small converter unit, run it off of your AC and convert it to DC. So that's an option. You could actually run it off your lithium ion batteries, which is pretty cool. This is set up as a 2-point with a crocodile claws that you're gonna hook up to your 12 volt battery. So you need the vehicle running, whether that be internal combustion or EV. But what I like to do as well is I carry a booster, a battery boost, just in case I have a problem. It's something to have in the field anyway, from my perspective. I use the NOCO. It's just a small unit, like it doesn't have to be anything big, but I have this available to me because if you're driving with other folk who are off-roading or backcountry with you, you can't use your regular booster cables onto an EV. If you were to plug booster cables off, like you're going out with a guy with a Jeep and you have battery problems and you have him boost you, you can do damage to your EV truck because it's too much. So I just have the little NOCO GB40 and it's just 100 amp, 12 volt. It does everything I need, and then I just hook it up to my battery, and I've got a boost. I can do like up to 20 boosts, I think, with this thing. It's great, it's small, it's compact, it's lithium ion itself, and it doesn't do any harm to my EV batteries. So it's always good to have one of these along with you. They're not a sponsor, but I do have a spot in the description below if you're interested in getting one of these. Let's get these tires aired down. First thing we do, it's actually not that difficult to do as well. A lot of people think, oh my God, when they see this, they think it's gonna be a tangled mess. It's actually designed not to be a tangled mess. In fact, very smart how they did this. The other thing is it's really good high quality hose. So you don't have all that bunching and cinching with it, which is really nice. And it comes with your two little straps that I like that you heard me complain about in the past where they just wrap it all around. These are actually attached, so they're really easy to take off. They've got little protective covers on the end, and I'll show you something with these valves. I really like these. If you want to have your valve stem last a really long time and not be damaged, this is the way to go, and I'll show you why. It's very, very simple as far as taking it all apart. That's your regulator and controller. I'll show you that in a moment, but we're just going to get everything hooked up. So we basically take one strap side off here, and we're going to feed this all the way down the side of the vehicle. Very, very easy to do. It's already designed per tire. So I simply feed it down from one to the other. So here's my first right here, and then I just move this on down to my back tire. And you can get these in different lengths. So if you want to save a little bit of money and you've got a smaller compact vehicle or Jeep or something along those lines, you can get these in different lengths, which is very nice. And then as far as attaching, we're just going to do the other side. Again, easy peasy. We're feeding this down for our first one. There's our nice little T intersection, and we're down to the end. And you can see I'm working in a real sandy, crappy area. You don't want to get stuff into your hoses and stuff. I really like the fact that they include the caps on these. Nice little kind of a soft rubbery polymer cap thing to protect your attachments. So there we have it. We're already set up to go, and now I'll show you how we do this at this end and why this system is really nice for protecting your valve stem and also getting a nice secure attachment. You don't have to worry about airflow issues. You don't have to worry about the valve stem not being put on properly. I really like this system. Always remember, when you take your valve stem cap off, put it somewhere safe. Don't lose the darn things. And then what's lovely about this, it's on, and then it's got a little sleeve. You just simply push it up and it's locked. Same for release. It's that simple. It's beautiful. On, lock. Lovely. Well, let's go do the other three. Again, take your valve stem cap off. Take your protective cover off, and it's simply in and then lock, and you're done. Let's go get the other side. Now here's the best part of all. I've got the truck running. It might be a little loud because my puppy's inside, and it's currently 37 degrees Celsius. It has been freaking hot every single day. So let's take a look at how easy this is. We just turn it on. It's going to show us we're at 37.5, 30. So yes, so it's now stable, showing what all of our tires are at. And all we have to do now is just release this valve right here, and we're going to start airing down every single tire at the same time. And here we go. We're at the 37.5 on the tires. There's 1 minute and I'm already at 30. You get the idea. We're at 27. We're now just getting down to where I want to be at 20 PSI. We're at 23. And there we are, right around 20, which is where I want to be. So that's pretty impressive. How did we do for time? Under 5 minutes, both for me unpacking the hose, running the hose to each tire, plugging each tire in, and airing down took me less than 5 minutes. And that's while shooting. So just put that into perspective. You could probably do this in 3 or 4 minutes. Very impressive. You'll notice that my one tire shows 21 where all the other ones show 22. But in any case, that tire was at 22. It just dropped to 21 due to environmental conditions. How's that? That gets me off the hook. All right. Let's take this thing out, go for a little bit of a jaunt, and then let's air this baby back up. Now we're going to demonstrate the compressor portion of the Morflate system. So we're just going to first of all hook this up to this, same as the other side, just easy peasy as far as getting these in. And then they're just locked on. We can turn this on, and it's going to normalize now. So it's showing me my tire pressure. And you'll notice that there's about 1 to 2 PSI difference between this and the tires. That's normal. And now we're just going to hook it up. Now with the F-150 Lightning, you've got a 12-volt battery in the back right here, but Ford thought about, we don't want to have any problems with it. We want to keep things safe. Doesn't want you hooking directly up to the battery. It provided safer post access for doing these kind of things or for boosting your battery. So you don't hook directly to the battery. There is a battery plate here, but it actually shows you right up here. I'm going to show you where you actually hook it up. Now right here on this cover, you'll see a positive negative for your little crocodile clamps right here. So you basically undo these and remove this. It takes you minutes to do it. And now we've got the positive here and the negative post there. So that's where we're going to hook things up for our Morflate. Now the truck is running. That's the important thing. We always want to have the truck running while we do this so we don't end up killing our battery. And that's it, we're good to go. We now have power to the unit. We've hooked this up. So we're now wanting to get this set for where we'd like to go. So we want to put in the right units. There we go. And we're going to bring this up. We're going to do that at 38. That's where we want to go. And we're going to just hit the button, start, and it's going to start pumping up our tires for us. And you'll see here it does a test. It's going to run it again. So what it's doing is it's regulating between this and this. It's going to constantly do checks like that. That's perfectly normal. That's what we want. Right now, airing up all 4 of our tires at the same time. Oh, we've gone from plus 40 degrees outside to rain. Why doesn't that surprise me? You can see I've only been turned on now for about a minute. I'm always worried about how I get turned on easily. There we go, we're getting up to 34. It's incredibly fast. We're talking now about a minute and a half. I mean, I'm actually surprised. They're turning off. It's regulating between this and the machine. And when it's all done, it's going to turn itself off. You'll see on here, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's slightly different. So it's showing 30 here. And 36 there. We're going to see basically as it comes up, from this, as soon as we get to that 38, it's going to turn itself off again, check the pressure, and make any minor adjustments. Here we go. As you can see, this is showing higher than what this is showing. This showing 35. So we're going off the pump here. We're now at 36. It's doing a check. This is showing again higher, but this is normal. You're going to get a variance between the pressure line and the machine. It says right on the Morflate site, this is totally normal. So it's going to show us around 42 when we finish. We're at 36.5. There we are at 37. 37.7. There we are, 38. And it's turned itself off. And we take a look over here. And it's already coming down. We're at 39.1, 39.2. It's going to drop to 39. We're going to go in the truck just to see how close it gets to the numbers that we've set. Even in this heat, this crazy weather of jumping up to plus 40, and now it's about to throw hail on my head. So let's get this unplugged. I'm going to see again how long it takes. I've only been filming here for 2 minutes, according to my record button, 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Plus the other minute earlier. So we did this again in under 5 minutes, all 4 tires. It's so great having this system if you're going to be doing any backcountry where you need to air down and inflate back up. You're not wasting piles of time. Okay, let's get this unhooked. One thing for me is I'm left-handed, and these things are always strung right-handed. Now, a lot of people say that doesn't make a difference. Yes, it does. Just like people say right-hand scissors, left-hand scissors. Yeah, you don't believe me? Take a pair of left-hand scissors, what I use, and start cutting it with your right hand. Tell me how well you do. Left-handed people are superior. Yeah, I'm sticking by that. I love having these covers. They're great. Because like where I am right now, it's just absolutely dusty. You know, suck me dry and call me dusty, man. It's just really bad out here. So to not have all this dust and sand and crap and all of your main attachment points and in your valve stem, and you know, it's just going to degrade everything. So very, very happy that they have those. I think, you know, it's just a little tiny added touches that make a huge amount of difference. If you don't have those kind of things, you wish you did. Double zippers again. You always tell people they don't cheap out on you. They actually give you something that works, which I very, very much appreciate. There's our deflator, the hoses, and now we're going to just check this before we put it away. I want to make sure it's not going to be too hot, and it's not. We're done pissing on everything. I don't want to ruin my camera. So there we have it. Had a little bit of fun. Let's go inside the cabin and check to see what it actually says we've got in our tires. Well, that's interesting. We got 41. So I got a funny feeling it's got something to do with the heat. But in any case, easy peasy. I've got every one of my tires at exactly the same PSI, which is nice. The heat, and then suddenly we're having this massive cooling down. We just had this black mass roll in. And take a look, it's kind of getting a little mucky out here. Massive winds, probably gonna be some hail. I'm gonna get my truck out of here. My tires should be above 40. In fact, the dealership is filling my tires to 44. I don't like driving on bricks, but it's to, of course, knock down the wear. For regular driving around here, I stick around 35. And then the moment I get, and I know I'm not going to be on any pavement, I'm dropping to about 25. So this is really helpful for me, saving me crap piles of time. And the moment I start driving, look at this, we're at 40. So I think we're going to come in exactly as forecast, somewhere between 38 and 39. And the moment that we get back to the highway, and we get right in the middle of this rainstorm, and the temperature currently is 24 degrees, sure enough, my tires, you can see the difference of the heat from 40 degrees down to the normal temperature. So that played a role in my overall numbers on my tires, but I just want to show you this now. Turn the camera around. And you can see I've done nothing. I just basically drove into town here, and we are at 39 a tire. As I mentioned before, Morphlate is not a sponsor of this channel, and as I've mentioned in the past, anything that I'm mentioning or promoting in this channel is because I went out and personally bought it myself because I wanted it, or I reached out to that company and asked them to send me the product because it's the product that I wanted. So every single thing that I've ever promote on this channel is something that I'm using myself. In this case, you're going to see a lot more use of the Morphlate system because it's going to be saving me so much time, saving my butt for what I start doing tomorrow. Because the next time you're going to see anything coming out of this channel is when I'm back from going however many days it takes me to finish my off-road route, which you'll be seeing shortly, where I'll be using the Champion inverter generator to get us home. That's going to be exciting. So stay tuned for that. Thank you again for watching. If you're interested in this Morphlate unit, the one that I have, click the link below in the description. All of the things that I use, if I believe in them and I use them, I've got a link below. Sometimes it's an affiliate link. Sometimes I get a commission on them with Morphlate. They've set that up for me, so thank you. So if you are interested in this system for your vehicle, whether it's an internal combustion vehicle or EV, click the link below. You're helping out the channel. Thank you so much. And again, thanks for watching.